Hey guys, and welcome in. For those that do not know me, I am Lady Mallison. I am a variety streamer that specializes in horror games and in cozy games, um, in sim games. Today I have a sim game for you guys, which is called Hotel Architect, which is currently in its last playthrough right now. Playthrough, sorry. Its last final playtest before it is released on May 20th. And I've had the great pleasure of actually being involved with the playtest. This in the development process, as far as the playtest is doing the playtest is concerned, since it began. So you probably saw my other video on how to do the character creation. Today we are going to actually walk through the tutorial and do some of the stuff in the tutorial so we can unlock some new features. So let's go ahead and get started. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do a brand new scenario, and we're gonna completely walk the um um through the tutorial process. And I'm gonna kind of give you guys some of my tips and tricks that I learned via doing the different play tests. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and click on Gothenburg, which Gothenburg, founded in 1621, became famous for its shipyards, fishing industry, and today the city is known for its many green spaces and abundant sea of gems. So we're going to go ahead and hit new scenario. We're going to have to come up with a good name for our hotel. And what is a good name? Um, oh, what is a good name? I'm trying to think of something. Um, you know what? Why don't we do this? The Malison Inn. We're gonna go ahead and get started.
Ahoy there! So, you want to try your luck in the hotel business? Say no more. My name is Anna,
Hi,
a self
Anna.
proclaimed hotel guru and business coach, and I'm here to assist you in achieving your ambitious goals. Let me start by welcoming you to the Swedish West Coast. The area is brimming with backpackers and sporties, making these guest types your top priority. Since this is your very first hotel, I will guide you through the basics before presenting you with the main objectives. Let me know when you're ready to begin.
And we're ready.
Psst, I'm over here now. Click on my chat bubble to begin. Let's start by learning how to navigate your hotel. Try moving the camera to explore the location.
Now, at this time, the game is not does not support controllers, so it is going to be a keyboard and mouse game, which is fine. As you can see here, it shows you how to move left, right, up, and down. And so we'll just go ahead and do this. A, D, W, S. And then you can also hold down the right mouse button and just do that as well.
Well done. Now try rotating the camera.
Okay, Q rotates it right, E, or left, I should say, E, right, and then if you hold in the mouse button, you can rotate as well.
Lastly, you can also zoom in and out. Give it a try.
And zoom in is just the scroll bar or scroll button.
Great job. I think you now know how to move around.
Yes, we do, Anna. Those were wonderful instructions.
As you may have noticed, there is a lack of bedrooms in this hotel. So let's start by building a brand new one.
Okay.
To create a new structure, you need to build a foundation. Click on the highlighted icon at the bottom of your screen and drag out a foundation in the marked area.
Okay. So here we just go here and then we'll have three options. The foundation, the inner wall, and the material site. All things that we're going to go over with Anna in the tutorial. So right now we want to do the foundation, so I'm going to click on it, and you see that it starts this grid bar, this grid area. Now, one of the things that I have learned that is just like been very very helpful to me is to actually go and rotate and either rotate the camera and kind of bring it like in front of you, so you can properly draw everything out.
Perfect. Now we want to split the room into two. Let's drag out some inner walls.
Okay, so inner walls is the second choice here, and then you just draw yourself an inner wall.
Well done. Let's make sure people can access the new rooms by adding doors.
Okay.
Place two singular doors of your choosing on the highlighted areas.
Okay, and as you can see now, we have a new choice down here, which is structural items. And in structural items, we have doors, windows, and stairs. So we are going to be using all of these options eventually, but right now we're using the door. And the same thing, I like to go ahead and rotate the camera so I can see where I'm placing my items. Just find that very, very, very useful. So, I also kind of like, since we already have like door styles, I'm gonna rotate again. Hold on. In here already, I'm gonna go ahead and keep the door styles the way they are. So let's go ahead, rotate back. And then you have several different doors you can choose from, but the doors that are already on the first floor of our hotel are these. And then you just click on the highlighted area.
Nice! You may be wondering why your new masterpiece is glowing blue. Well, that's because the structure is still a blueprint awaiting construction. Time to call some workers to carry out your plans.
Okay, another tip, which is not really kind of gone over in the tutorial, is that you can actually, once you place your doors, all you have to do is click the X button to get rid of it. Um,
To call in construction workers, click on the highlighted icon at the bottom left and choose a group size. Bigger groups are more expensive, but get the work done faster. For this amount of work, I would suggest calling the medium-sized group.
okay, so we have a new button here, so to call in the construction crew, and as soon as you do it,
Good choice.
these awesome construction experts will pull in and start their work. And I'm just checking to see if any of our characters that we've made.
Die schlimmste schlimmste.
Ah, Dean Winchester, character that we made, is actually showing up. So yay!
Shortly after you call in construction workers, they'll arrive in a vehicle just outside of your hotel.
what they'll do is they will
So,
build
as you
your
notice you
rooms.
have unfinished construction tasks on the property, the workers will automatically fetch material from the truck and, task by task, finish all of the work.
Okay, so right now what we're doing is we're just waiting for them to complete the construction of our new 2 hotel rooms. Looks like they're working, yeah, they're working on the inner wall right now. And there's Dean. So we just have the back wall and side part of room number 2. One more wall to go. We're just gonna click off of that.
Awesome! The structure is complete. But did you notice your workers spent valuable time moving to and from their trucks to fetch materials? I have a solution to that. To make the construction process more efficient, you can place out material sites near your blueprint. This will reduce the travel distance needed to fetch new materials. So, before continuing with the bedroom, let's place some materials.
Okay, and this is the third option on the um, structure item. So we're just gonna go ahead and place that right there.
Excellent! The next step is to customize the floor and walls of the new rooms. Choose your preferred surface materials and place them in the highlighted areas.
Okay, and you see right now it's we still are highlighted, so we can uh, for the material placement site. So if you just want to get rid of that, escape. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to actually customize our surfaces. So this is where we get to decorate our lovely, lovely hotels. So right now we have 2 choices, walls and floors. And we're going to go ahead and start with the walls. And I am actually going to pick a pattern that is fairly similar to the other hotel rooms. So I'm going to zoom in, and as you can see, it looks like it's, oh, I thought that this was plaid, but I was wrong. Uh, I am wrong. That is not plaid. Okay, so what we're going to do, it doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're just going to try to pick something simpler, maybe in a different color. So you do have all these choices, and as you play more, you will have other choices that you can go for, that you will unlock. So since this actually looks like the one that is in the other rooms, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, let me go ahead and kind of go down and yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is so if we can get all the walls covered at once, as it's showing you on the screen, just do the a shift button and a left click. And same here, shift button, left click. And now we want to go ahead and do our floors. So I'm going to do something kind of similar to whatever is in the other room again. And looks like, I don't think this is the right one, but we're going to use this one. So we click on it, go in, shift, and then go in and shift.
Ah, nice. The rooms are now far more interesting.
Again, all you have to do is click on the X button to get rid of the
Now
menu.
it's time to actually designate your new rooms as bedrooms. This is called zoning. By zoning an area, you unlock zone-specific functionality and items. Zoning also helps guests and staff to know what kind of activities are to be expected in certain areas. Let's zone your newly built rooms into bedroom zones.
Okay, and as you can see, we have a couple of these are going to be unlocked as we play like the game more, but we have a couple of different areas right here. They want us to zone it for a bedroom, so we just click on it, and once you click on it, it actually shows you the different areas in this hotel that are already zoned for like have their own specific zones. So to go ahead and zone a bedroom, you go and you put your editor button here, shift, click. Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. Huh, there we go. Oh, okay, it wanted me to do this room first.
Well done. However, the red warning icon pulsating above the bedrooms is indicating the zone is lacking required items. Select the bedroom zone, click on the floor to see exactly what's lacking. The highlighted section to the right shows which required items are missing. Click on the section or the items button to open the items menu.
Okay, so our not only do our construction workers help build our rooms and do the paperwork, the flooring, all of that, they also deliver our items.
This menu shows you all the items available to buy. You can sort and filter items using the buttons above the list or by clicking on a zone within your hotel. Try buying and placing the missing items in your bedrooms now.
Okay, so you do have variations of the different items you can add. And so what I'm going to do is I am actually going to do your standard is always going to be the white one. The this one right here. Which has the white cover. But I am going to go we're going to do this blue one here in this room. And again, I just like to turn it so I can easily see the areas that I need to place these. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to do actually a completely different one in this one. Okay, and the next thing we can do is we need to do our case stand. And you have these different case stands. And so for this room, we're going to do this case stand. And you know what? We'll just say what we have here. And then lastly, we need to do a wardrobe. So we're going to just go ahead and stay with the current one, but you do have these different variations. And you just do that. And then escape and X to close. Get rid of the menu.
Splendid. Hey, you have construction workers hanging around, not working. At times like this, when you don't have any work for them, they will just stroll around, costing you money. Send them home immediately.
And all you do to send them home, you just click on the hard hat. They'll load up in the van and go about their
Only
day.
call in construction workers when you really need them. As you may have noticed, beds are delivered without sheets and towel holders without towels. Trust me, this is something you want to take care of quickly if you want to keep your guests happy. To deliver fresh sheets and towels to your guests, you need to set up a proper laundry chain. For this, you need a laundry room and cleaners.
Which we already have the
Therefore,
laundry
it is
room.
now time to hire your first staff member.
So we get to hire staff now.
Follow the highlighted windows to inspect your prospecting candidates. All candidates have a certain experience level and unique attributes that will affect the quality of their work. Hire a cleaner of your choosing.
Okay, so you do have this is where you hire staff, and it will tell you how much they to hire them. It costs money to hire them, um, and then it costs in different ones it costs different prices to hire them, but they have different salary requirements because they also have different attributes, and you just pick what is best for your hotel, or if you want to do complete chaos, you know, do something different. So we're right now we're looking at Zachary Moppings, and he's a mopping master, and he's sensitive, so extra receptive to everything that affects his mood. And he's 61. His salary is $61 a day. So, Samantha Fresh, she's an introvert, so she's outgoing. Loses loses extra energy when performing tasks. Introverted. I don't know why I said extroverted. Introverted. So when she has to deal with the guests, she's introverted, which is like me, but she's also a perfectionist. So she's good at her job, but it takes her a little bit longer. And then you had Jana Nushi, and her salary is $50 a day, and she's charismatic, so her attitude like affects the moods of the staff and the moods of the guests. But it says that she doesn't learn from her mistakes, and she gains experience points a little bit slower, or fewer, I should say. So I think what we're gonna do is we are actually gonna go. It's probably gonna be between Zachary and Samantha. But I think let's go with Samantha. She's about ready to go up to level 2 anyway, and I like that she's a little bit of a perfectionist. And you just drop them in the hotel.
There you go. Cleaners work all over your hotel, so there's no need to assign them to any particular zone. Besides doing laundry, cleaners make sure to help keep rooms, floors, and items clean. As with all staff, when cleaners complete a task, they will receive experience points, XP, that add up to reaching higher skill levels. High level staff generally perform better and are more appreciated among guests. Low skilled staff, although sometimes necessary, may cause havoc. Another important part of your staff is the maintenance personnel. They will help you repair and maintain items and water your plants. Hire one of the maintenance candidates.
Okay, so here's our maintenance candidates. George Handyman, he's a caffeine addict. Totally understand George. Energetic, so he works more quickly, but he needs breaks. But he has speedy recovery, so I think he's gonna be a good choice for us. Um, Amber Love Plant, she's a botanist. She's slacker, but she's positive. And then we have Rance Washington, who is charismatic and a leader. So I like that she has leader qualities. So it's honestly going to be between George Handyman and Rance Washington. I'm going to go with Rance Washington. Oops, sorry. Okay, if you startle them, they'll do that.
Good choice. While you're at it, you're also going to need a receptionist. Receptionists handle guest bookings and complaints.
Okay, so receptionists. So we're learning something brand new. Um, while the maintenance people, and Anna's gonna say this too, while the maintenance people and the cleaning people can be all over the hotel, certain staff are gonna be in certain areas. So
Receptionists do not work across the entire hotel, but instead within specific zones you assign to them. Let's hire a receptionist and assign them to the reception zone.
Okay, so we have Carla Stepp, who I is actually one of the characters that we created, but I didn't put any attributes for her. That's something I'm gonna have to change. Um, we do have Charlotte Folder, who is a slacker but has a bright outlook, and Embrace Hernandez, who is charismatic, bright outlook but a little dense. And I think what we're gonna actually do is we're gonna go with her. So let's go ahead and hire her. And then for anyone that's zone specific, I'm going to show you this. She's in the wrong zone. So so it tells you that she's in the wrong zone. So what you do is you click on it. If let's say you like by accident put someone in the wrong zone, you click on it and then drop them over there.
Excellent. Rooms will be available for booking once you have established a functioning reception zone with an assigned receptionist.
And we do
This
now.
means you will soon notice guests arriving to your hotel. Ta-da! You've just landed your first guest booking and earned your very first reward. Exciting times are afoot. Since we're on the topic of rewards, why not check out all of the objectives and fabulous rewards this location has to offer?
Okay, so our objectives are always going to be here with the trophy.
Here you have an overview of all objectives available in this scenario. Bonus objectives are not mandatory to complete the mission, but they come with great rewards that may benefit you in the future. Now back to focusing on your hotel. As guests have started to arrive, we should make sure to offer activities they will enjoy. Different guest types enjoy different activities and items. In Gothenburg, we specifically aim to please
Is that me?
backpackers and sporties.
Hi.
No, but it is Verna, another character that we created. So it's so cool that the characters you create in the player profile are characters that come in. I love this. I love this aspect. Okay.
Let's buy a Whack-a-Stub machine, as backpackers really love these. I also recommend buying a boxing machine to please your sporties. Place these items in the reception.
Okay. Let's go ahead and buy the boxing machine. And it's going to tell you the areas to place them. And then the whack-a-mole, I think, is towards the end. Yes. Whack-a-stub, not whack-a-mole. Exit to get rid of that. And then close. Now, think about it. We have to call in staff. We have to call in the construction or the workers again so they can deliver this. And since they're only delivering 2 items, I'm going to go with the smaller staff. And they should be showing. There they are.
Awesome! Now let's move over to a crucial part of most hotels, the restaurant. As you can see, your hotel has a restaurant zone already, but to serve food, you will need to prepare it in a kitchen. Let's create a kitchen right next to the restaurant. Start by moving the sofa that blocks the room entrance. Press and hold to lift it up, then click again to drop it.
Okay. So we're going to move that there.
Nice! You can pick up and move any character in the same way, but be warned, some of them won't appreciate being tossed around all the time.
Okay. So another thing, I don't know if you saw like or heard when she got that means our person is not happy. So we need to do things to make them happy. And we don't have any restaurant stuff, so we couldn't see her or feed her. So she's kind of hangry.
Make sure you have enough space for all kitchen items. We can do that by demolishing that inner wall to create one big room.
Okay. So this is okay. So this is a new option. This is how you delete stuff. Um.
Great. Let's wait for your construction workers to finish the demolition.
And they're just gonna knock that wall down for you. We have a bigger area now.
That's more like it. Let's zone a kitchen in your new, spacious area. Next, you need to compose a dinner menu for the restaurant. Open the dinner menu by selecting the restaurant zone and following the window on the right.
Okay. So oops, sorry, wrong thing. Getting ahead of myself. So we need to click on the
This
dinner
is your dinner
menu.
menu. Here you choose which dishes are available for guests to order. Different guest types prefer different dishes, and their overall opinion of your menu will be displayed to the right. Since backpackers and sporties are common in this location, let's choose pea soup as your first dish. Good
Okay.
value and healthy.
And your objectives are always going to be up here. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll click on soup.
Spot on. To the left of the menu, you can see which items are needed within the linked kitchen to be able to prepare all of the dishes on the menu. Now, close the menu and install required items in the kitchen.
Okay. So this is where we just go back into our area. So we need uh hold on. There we go. I was like, I don't think I'm in the right menu. Okay. So we're gonna, again, this is just something I do. You don't have to do this. And then we need our serving bench. And then our plate shelf, which you can see better this way. Maybe. There we go. And then sink. Dirty dish tray. And a stove, because you gotta have a stove to cook your soup. Escape to get rid of that. We're gonna close the window. And you see they're gonna get mad here in a minute. We are building our restaurant. So this would have probably been so I picked two people for the staff because they had to deliver this. This might have been where you would like maybe have picked more than two people because this would have got the job done sooner. But picking a smaller staff costs less. So you always are going to have to weigh those options.
Nice. Now you just need to hire a chef and a waiter to prepare and serve the dishes. You know what to do.
Okay. So we need to do a chef. And so we have Michelle Flawless, who is a perfectionist, positive, but an introvert. We have Laura Fork, who is a caffeine addict, a bar lover, and has a bright outlook. And then we have Andrew Baker, who is positive, a techno dinosaur, and dense. I actually think we are going to go with Michelle. So let's hire Michelle. get her in the kitchen, and then hire a waiter. So we do have. Okay, this is Sam Tipwell. This is one of the characters I created. She doesn't have any attributes, but you know what? We're gonna pick her anyway. Um. Oh, well, looks like we did Sam twice. Okay. 23 and then 5? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and pick Sam.
Lovely. I'm sure your restaurant will turn out great. Now, you're probably getting sick of me, but don't worry. I'll soon leave you to let you run wild. But before doing so, I must show you cool ways to expand your business. Ready to level up?
Yeah.
I think your building needs a whole new floor. The first step would be to build a
We're going to
staircase.
send them home right now. Okay. So and then again, you have all these different options that you can go for. But I liked this one. I think this goes well with the hotel. So we're going to do this.
Okay, as the staircase is on its way, let's move to the floor above.
And I am going to go ahead and go with a medium crew. Um, and then to go to the upstairs,
Excellent.
this is
Adding
what we
new
do.
floors is a great way to expand your hotel without increasing its footprint. This enables you to add more space to accommodate more guests in other zones. Drag out a foundation in the marked area.
Okay. So again, we'll just go and we'll make a little area.
Due to planning permissions, we're only able to build 2 floors at this location. But I assure you, future locations will allow you to build higher, much higher, to the height of skyscrapers.
Okay, so another thing, which you may actually going to be telling us later, is your notification log. It'll tell you if it'll tell you different things, like if someone's unhappy, the guest is checked out and left a rating, if your workers are not working. So, can always look at that.
And just like that, I would say you have now grasped the basics of becoming a successful hotel entrepreneur. And my work here is done. However, don't worry, I may check in once in a while to see how you're doing. Pardon the pun. Oh, before I go, I'd like to mention that you now have access to the following menus: Financial Overview, Opportunities, Upgrades. Take a moment to explore these features. They'll be essential on your journey.
Okay.
Now I'll leave you with the objectives needed to complete the scenario. Good luck!
Okay. So we need to. So these are all the objectives to complete our scenario. And what she's talking about is financial overview. So it tells you your assets and your debts, your cash flow. So right now we're losing money because we're like building things. Um, and then you can see your ratings. Um, you can also get loans here. Upgrades is this is what this is telling you. Like research like upgrades for your kitchen, your restaurant to sorry, your kitchen like upgrades so to improve your hotel. And then finally opportunities. So these opportunities are ways to make more cash. So what I'm actually gonna do is that this I know this like um makes our so you can do shipping containers and stuff like that. I was gonna accept this, but I don't think I'm gonna do that.